From Michael Jackson to the Police to Zeppelin. I played all these songs in here. Bruno, I was a chubby baby, and there was a wrestler in my dad's day named Bruno Sammartino.
The pop star Bruno Mars took the world by storm, with more hits than we can count. Categorized as one of the best-selling artists, he is electrifying with a buzz of his own and performances that leave everyone talking for days after. Thanks to chart-topping hits like Uptown Funk, 24K Magic, and Just the Way You Are, Bruno Mars transformed his passion for music into a true success story. Now, at the age of 38, Bruno has once again made headlines, breaking the silence regarding the rumors that have been floating around. Not that he needs any introduction, but first, let's rewind to see who Bruno Mars really is. Peter Jean Hernandez, more popularly known as Bruno Mars, was born on October 8, 1985, in Honolulu, Hawaii. The Filipino-Puerto Rican-American artist provided us with some big hits, with 3 chart-topping albums: Doo-Wops and Hooligans, 2010, Unorthodox Jukebox, 2012, and 24K Magic, 2016, all signed to Atlantic Records. This comes from the guy who has scored 8 #1 hits and 15 Grammys, so you know Bruno is kind of a big deal in both talent and the music industry. His early years of upbringing on the island of Hawaii in a musical family influenced his unique sound that blends reggae, rock, and R&B or pop. Mars went from performing as a little Elvis impersonator at a young age to becoming one of the biggest pop stars in the world. It was his ear for timeless music and a love for legends that he took the career path very early on. His inspirations include world-renowned performers not just popular for their music, but also their performances. These included Michael Jackson, Elvis Presley, and Prince, and aptly Bruno's performances are a testament to his beloved inspirations. Doo-Wops and Hooligans, his debut album, made him a household name thanks to chart toppers, including Just the Way You Are and Grenade. Since then, he has built an unstoppable legacy with co-headlining tours and some of the most iconic performances in live music to date. Bruno Mars' musical journey began in his teenage years in Hawaii, where he had performances in local joints and immediately set up a name for his striking voice and pleasing stage appearance. Later, in high school, he became a part of a band called the Schoolboys, which played covers of popular songs, helping him gain local attention. Long before Mars launched his solo career, he made a name for himself in the music industry as a highly sought-after songwriter and collaborator. He scored his first smash hit as a co-writer on Flo Rida's #1 hit, Right Round. Next came huge successes alongside Travie McCoy with Billionaire and on B.O.B.'s Nothin' On You, in which Mars contributed to both songwriting and vocals. These collaborations helped seal his reputation as a versatile artist and songwriter. In 2010, Mars had gotten himself into some trouble in Las Vegas when he was found in possession of 2.6 grams of cocaine at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino following his performance. In February 2011, Mars pled guilty to the charge, but did not receive formal probation. Instead, he was fined $2,000 and ordered to complete 200 hours of community service. He was also required to attend drug counseling sessions. Bruno did his community service with children's charities, anti-bullying campaigns, and health organizations in both Los Angeles and Minneapolis, and he actually ended up doing more than what the court had ordered. The court thus dismissed Mars' case. Unfortunately, this wasn't the first time Mars faced legal trouble. Previously, Mars faced multiple accusations of borrowing elements from other works, which has led to various copyright claims and lawsuits over the ownership of his hit songs. One such claim came regarding his collaboration with Mark Ronson for the hit single Uptown Funk. In 2015, the first claim of copyright came from a publisher called Minder Music. It was alleged that the song had a resemblance to the 1979 song Oops Upside Your Head performed by the band Gap. Because of this, the original 6 songwriter credit, which included Mars and Ronson, along with others from their production team, has been expanded by 5 to include members of the Gap Band and their producers, all co-writers of the 1979 hit Oops Upside Your Head. The song, which became a global sensation, faced not one but multiple copyright claims. And so the next challenge came in 2017, when the group Funk Band College sued Mars and Ronson, alleging that Uptown Funk bore an uncanny resemblance to their 1983 song Young Girls. That case was settled privately, consequently no details were publicly disclosed. In 2018, more copyright claims came forward, perhaps with partial encouragement from the previous claims. The American funk band The Sequence also accused Mars and Ronson of copying parts of their 1979 song Funk You Up. Additionally, the band Zapp claimed similarities between Uptown Funk and their 1980 track, More Bounce to the Ounce. While these cases never resulted in significant public court battles or losses, these were major hits to Bruno's career. Bruno Mars has announced an extension to his Las Vegas residency at Dolby Live at Park MGM. A residency simply means an artist or performer has a regular performance in Las Vegas, signed for many weeks, months, or years. Rather than touring around from city to city, the artists remain in one location, letting the fans come to them. In Bruno's case, his residency, beginning in 2016 in Las Vegas, means he often performs at Dolby Live at Park MGM. His current run of shows, extended several times already, includes performances throughout December 2024, with a special New Year's Eve show to cap off the year. The residency has completely sold out thus far, with Mars' high-energy performances featuring an extensive setlist of hits like Uptown Funk, 24K Magic, and Just the Way You Are. The residency plays at Dolby Live, one of Las Vegas' most technologically advanced theaters, now known for its first-class acoustics and intimate setup where there is no bad seat in the house to see Mars' high-energy performances. The residency forms part of Mars' ongoing engagement with fans, even as he has recently invested less time in releasing new solo music. Touring the globe with extended dates at Las Vegas Park MGM, Bruno Mars is the live leader, proving those hits are very much the people's choice without a new album in years. Ticket-wise, the residency sells out, and it easily counts among the hottest shows on the Las Vegas Strip. Despite the success, Bruno has been pretty quiet in the music scene for the past few years. Yet even without new releases, his popularity seems to not be fading. So what's going on with Bruno Mars? And is he taking a break from his career? Although Bruno Mars hasn't released solo music in years, that is not to say he's taking a break. In fact, he's been thriving as one half of the duo Silk Sonic alongside Anderson .Paak. Their debut album entitled An Evening with Silk Sonic became an instant success, winning many Grammy Awards, including Record and Leave the Door Open, winning as the Song of the Year in 2022. Silk Sonic has been a major focus for Bruno, keeping him on the charts and in the public eye. Well, the question if Bruno Mars is still making solo music can be answered by saying yes, he is. His first solo album in almost 8 years is in the works, and his fans are waiting with great eagerness. He's also back on the road for a huge international tour that's taken him to stops such as Mexico City, Jakarta, Rio de Janeiro, and so many others from now until December 2024. It's far from over for Bruno Mars and his stage magic. Bruno Mars finds himself at the center of some quite shocking rumors once again. This time, it involves $50 million in alleged gambling debts owed to MGM Resorts. But what are the facts behind the claims? The rumors started when NewsNation reported that the Grammy-winning pop star was in deep financial trouble. They claimed that he owes millions to the MGM from gambling, and his debts have gotten as high as $50 million. A source close to the situation even suggested that the casino owns him. That same anonymous source reports that Bruno makes upwards of $90 million a year from his residency at MGM, but much of those funds allegedly go into paying off his gambling debts. Now, this is where things get tricky. Bruno Mars is a huge star. His MGM residency has been a huge success, and working with Silk Sonic has only taken his career to another level. Does it really make much sense that someone of the credentials of Bruno would somehow find himself buried in gambling debt? Let's take a closer look. First off, we know Bruno Mars is making serious money. With a long-term residency deal with MGM, he pulls in an estimated $1.5 million per night. Add record sales, streaming revenue, and merchandise to that, and it's hard to believe he could be struggling financially. For context, Forbes listed him as one of the highest-paid musicians when he was touring in 2017. With all that success, why would Bruno Mars get caught up in such massive debt? The MGM Resorts spokesperson answered with a straightforward denial of these allegations that were fully and unequivocally false. Further, the statement read, "Mars has no debt with MGM." And this is where things get pretty interesting. If a company the size of MGM was in financial ligaments with Bruno in this way, we'd likely hear of it from more than anonymous sources. Fair enough, Bruno has gone on record to say that he loves playing cards, even mentioning that prior to his music career taking off, he played cards for money. But that does not mean he has fallen into gambling debt. Probably not, since there is no public record or credible source out there that would suggest Bruno is a compulsive gambler, let alone in financial trouble. It's pretty easy, after all, to get caught up in the drama of celebrity rumors at the end of the day. Still, against real evidence showing Bruno Mars was drowning in gambling debt and actual financial success with MGM denials, these claims are simply tabloid gossip. Despite all the rumors floating around, Bruno Mars remains at the height of his career in the entertainment world, with MGM standing behind him, almost labeling the allegations completely false. He now seems focused on the things he does best, entertaining the world with his music. And that wraps up our deep dive into the fantastic Bruno Mars music career, coupled with the recent allegations of his gambling debt. Judging by the headlines, it would still be pretty apparent that Mars remains one of the most successful and respected artists out there. From humble beginnings performing in his native Hawaii, to a meteoric rise to superstardom as a Grammy-winning sensation to ongoing success with Silk Sonic, the dedication of Bruno is remarkable. Speaking of those rumors, well, it would appear they are just that, rumors. Bruno's legacy speaks way louder than any tabloid story, and we can expect nothing but more great music and performances from him in the future. Hit the like and subscribe button, and don't forget to turn the notification bell on for more updates on your favorite artists. Thank you for watching.